How I edited the relics of the past. Part 1. The character intros. Bear with me here. I don't have the base footage for all of these, but I don't think I need the base footage in order to explain how I did this. My idea when I was thinking of these intros was to be a flashback / present type of intro. You see it a lot in, I think, the Marvel intros nowadays. They keep changing them up. They have segments from older movies, clips from different shows embedded into the Marvel intro. And I was like, hey, that was cool. Why don't I try my own little makeshift version of that? And this is what I came up with. For each character, I had a mural in the background. It looks something like that. It is 4 clips stacked on top of one another. I think it's like this for almost every single one of them. And they're all merged together with those little edge feathers / masks on the outside of them to make it look like it's flowing into the next clip. They look like this if you just open up the keyframe menu over here. And they aren't super complicated. They're just a little circle, square thing around the video, and you can use that to blend with the scene behind it. It's the same on every other one of these. This is just the opening sequence, but because it's not exactly long enough in Unbounded, all I had to do this little makeshift thing where it zoomed in and out like that, and a lot of the time you won't notice it because the video is constantly moving. And when you pack all of that on top of the base scene, rotate it and move it along, it creates this weird surreal background that feels nostalgic and reflective at the same time. Now let's move on to another one. This is the first blows. This is the first combat sequence that you see throughout the entire video. It's got a song, the clips, this whatever this is at the end. In particular, I think the thing that's the most interesting in this is the lightning strike. It looks like this. Very, very fast, but this is not me talking about how fast and awesome this video is. This is me breaking down this video so that you all can do something like it. Familiarize yourself with the word rotoscoping. To put the word rotoscoping in a nutshell, it is manually altering film frame by frame. That's the easy way to say it. And that is what I do here. Because it's not a very long clip, I can get away with it, but this clip is also sped up to make it feel faster. This is only 3 frames in the entire sequence, but if you look at the mask, it's so many points. There's a lot of points traced around the lightning bolt, exactly where the lightning bolt is in every single frame. And you can see every frame it moves, the lightning starts to expand. By adding a little edge feather, it looks a little more natural, because without it, it looks like that, and that looks dumb. Anyway, yeah, that's the lightning strike. I'll play it again. Here's the one that I think I should note. This is like the essential transition in this video. It's this thing. So, funny story about this one. I was in a call with Linka Logan. You may know him by now if you've ever been in my Discord or seen any crap posts of me and him. When I was in a call, I thought this whole thing felt kind of empty, and I couldn't figure out what exactly it was. And we searched the internet for sound effects, for visual effects that we thought worked. Eventually, we came up with this transition idea. It is a gentle shake, which is a preset that you can just get from Cinecom, and an exposure keyframe, where it starts lower and just gets higher. There's not much to that one. There's also a little bit of distortion, because why not? In particular, I want to talk about this sound effect. If I play it solo, it sounds like this. Now, I'm gonna play it backwards, and you all will tell me what it is. Now solo it. Not much else to say about that. And that's how we did this transition. Now you'll never unhear the vine boom. Another thing I want to talk about is this section. I can't play it because Adobe is bad. Essentially, it's more rotoscoping. All I did was take all the clips from Unbounded and plaster them onto the wall. To do that, you need to not only have the clips synced up to when the things come onto the wall, but you also need to mask them out according to how the plaque looks. Sometimes it'll be shorter on one end, sometimes it'll be longer on one end. And to do that, you need to look frame by frame and adjust. It sounds really difficult, but I promise if you just sink in some time, this is not that hard to do. This section has a lot going on. A lot more going on than meets the eye. One, you have the old Unbounded footage. That already has a lot going on under it. You have the endgame cutscene paired with Link looking up at Ganon, paired with 4 different shots of Link looking up at Ganon in all of our outfits. I thought it looked cool. Another thing that's on it is this thing that I like to call the VHS effect. All it is a channel blur with an unsharp mask on it. Up here, we have more of the Unbounded footage. This is not the same deal as the last one. There is no rotoscoping involved in this. This is just some clever editing. All this is, it's 4 clips that I thought were really cool from Unbounded that I combined together from the 4 of us. They're all dissolved together in different ways. Don't worry about that. If we go back into that nest, there's just this little old video effect on top of it, and we edit this. This has a crop around it and some desaturation, along with, I think, just a gentle and lighting shake on it. Also the VHS thing that I was talking about earlier. All this mask is, it's a freaking square. It's a square around the video that looks really cool. And that'll do it for part 1. Hopefully you all learned a little something from it, and yeah, I'll get back with part 2 soon.